Hey, hey, hey. First time on YouTube. Hope it all works out. I hope everything's working well. I went early because I don't know exactly how everything's working. I want to see how stuff goes through. So hopefully it's all going well. Think I got the stream title and stuff updated, but it's all new to me. This is what we're trying out for the first time. I think I have chat here. I think this should be all that I need. Is there a way for me to like change the thumbnail for when we're live? Because that's one thing that looks a little off. Just have global stuff up on my screen right now. I'm playing this and this one down here. They don't fit well into the predetermined spots that I have, but I'm just trying to see if everything goes through correctly. I can sign up for the home game tonight. That's something I can do. Card draw, register. And then that will be ready. Huh. It did go live. Looks good. So I need to make some changes. I need to get rid of the right beneath me here. This Twitch one. I should get rid of that and make it a YouTube thing, which should be simple enough to do, but I also think the Twitch logo might be like hard-coded in there. I'm not sure. But here, this hand's open to 2. We've got 4s on the button off of 24. I think we'll give it a call. And this is global for you. Someone just open rips 50 bigs. I think everything's going well. How do I get a link to works. Someone's out there in the chat. Give me a chat just to see if my stuff is working correctly. I think it is. I'm going to go grab some water before I fully start streaming. I just wanted to make sure it all worked. So I'll be back in just a little bit. We should get the main table up here pretty soon, so I'm going to move some of my other stuff out of the way. Oh yeah, there it is. The mixed game player of the year. We're playing 5-card draw. How does one play 5-card draw? I can tell you the rules. I don't know if I can tell you the strategy behind some of the things. How do I need to figure out how I want this set up, because I typically don't play global at the same time, but I am trying to get one of those monster stack trophies, because that would be cool. Maybe I can shrink it down. You know, I hate the look of it when it gets shrunk down too much. It just kind of like bugs me. But should be able to work with that. So 5-card draw, you want to have a royal flush draw to start off. No, not necessarily, but look at that. We're 2 away from the royal. I would be remiss if I did not go for the royal on the very first hand, you know? But typically you want to have good hands. You want to be drawing very live. And we just drew to a pair of 10s. Probably not good enough. You also want to pay attention to what everyone's drawing. So discards 3, they have a pair. Discards 1, could be 2 pair. Could be a straight draw or a flush draw. Discards 2 could be a pair, keeping 1 card, or could be trips. Or it could be, you know, something like I had. But what people hold will tell you their hand strength. A pair of 10s, 4 ways, I don't think is good enough. I think I'm going to just let ace high go. Nines here. We'll raise it up. I'm probably going to keep the king with it. I typically like drawing only 2 instead of drawing 3. When I draw 3, it tells them exactly my hand strength. They know I do not have better than a pair, but at least this, there's some sort of disguise to it. Where I sometimes have trips when I do this. It discards 1. I don't know. I might call just to see. I figure I'm gonna lose, but it's a very cheap way of understanding how someone might value bet. We drew a pair of 4s. Interesting. How do I get my link? We'll fold flush. We're going to call here and draw to the straight. We don't get it, we hit a pair. I don't know how to I think I just fold a pair of 10s here. Jacks are more lucky than queens. Draws 1. That's quite strange in my mind. Yeah, 2 pairs good. I think I'm gonna fold this. Hey, JB has found us. Very nice. And for those in the YouTube chat, what we do is we always do a giveaway. If you can guess exactly how we finish in the tournament tonight, we'll make you a Rec.Poker Premium member for free. If you're already a Rec.Poker Premium member, we'll give you a similar valued prize, and we'll figure it out when we get there. But JB is out there and got her guess in. Also, JB's crushing it on the live felt. I've seen her name in the Running Aces winner circle like 3 times recently. She's out there crushing those dailies at Running Aces. Nice job, JB. This is pretty crummy. keep closing my water. I don't need to close it. It just makes that loud snap sound. Aces and whatever I want it to be. I guess we go aces and kings, but versus this, I mean, I don't think we raise. I think we just call and hope we're good. We didn't ditch. We ditched a 5 and a 6, not a deuce and a 9. So we have them beat currently, but we don't know what they drew to. I think we check call here a lot of the time. And I guess when it goes check, 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 we just win. I think we call, but we definitely could be losing versus 2 pairs. No, betting a 5, that's very much a bluff. But aces are good. We'll take it. Yeah, this I just don't see any reason to want to play that hand. That's for sure. We'll let the ace high go too. It's a lot of spades. I think we'll raise it up. We're only going to hit this about 1 in 5 times, but I think we will be bluffing a lot after the draw. Three, 1, 1. So they've got a potentially strong hand. And we get it through. Successful bluff. Trip aces? Are you kidding me? Trip aces. So it doesn't really matter what we keep. There's no benefit in keeping the king over the 8. But I'm going to draw 1 to look exactly like a lot of my other draws. And bet big, just like I did before, but this time with trip aces. And win again. What is this? Like, what could this be? This can't really be anything good, can it? This just can't be anything good. It's a big raise, and we just have a pair of 6s. So I think I'm just gonna give it up. Move on to the next one. No draws remaining, and we had a... What the heck happened? Yeah, 2-pair just shrivels up really quick when we get into pots like that, in my opinion. I think I might get rid of the deuce here and draw it to the open-ended. It's really shows exactly where we're at, though, when we call and then we draw one, but I'm going to bank on no one really noticing that. Guess I can only call. Discard 1. I don't really care what they do because it's a moot point. I can't really react against it. Two, three, three. Straight. I'm going to bet a little bit smaller than I did before at 2/3 pot because we're in position. We've got more information. When we're out of position, we're going to bet much bigger generally. When we're in position, we're going to bet a little bit smaller. And straight wins. And I don't really want to draw to the 4, so I think I'm just going to give it up. Out of position. Not really feeling it. But hey, we're in 3rd out of 21 to start. Let's get those mixed game player of the year points. Versus raise, we're just gonna muck this. Wow, it went 4 ways still. It's a pretty sizable pot. 1, 1, 2, 1. This is a lot of 2 pairs and straight or flush draws. 6 is a small bet in this spot for the size of the pot. They get raised. Probably should fold, just given the general hand strength that each of them have kind of showed up until this point. I would imagine they don't win this. Babker played the wheel draw the exact same way that we played the wheel draw and hit it the exact same way. Maybe we could get rid of this and we have a wheel draw, but I'm just kind of inclined to save half of a big blind. As crazy as it is, it's just like I don't know what we're hoping for. We're hoping for Babker to not raise. We're hoping to draw well and then play it out of position. I don't know. I'm just going to be a little bit tight with my decisions there, I think. We could draw to a 9. But there's a big difference between an open-ended draw and a gut shot draw in this game. You're twice as likely to hit one of them and half as likely to hit the other. Play the pair of jacks. I like drawing 2 almost always. Very rarely will draw 3. And if you're like, hey Taylor, you know, drawing 3 gives you better chances at trips. It's true. However, do I ever need trips? 2 pair is likely to win. Trips beats that, but loses to straights and flushes. So how much of an improvement is it really to get 3 of a kind? And how much is that that 1 extra draw at 2 outs? So I don't think it loses too much equity doing that. Discard 1. Discard 1, discard 1, discard 3. So if JB checks, it's really easy value bet for us to make here. And we just win. That's always cool. I like winning. We have a pair of 3s raised to this. I'm just gonna give it up. I'll just give it up. Might be intriguing of like, what do we go for here? I feel like this is just gonna be a raise and keep the aces. We should be decently ahead of versus these ranges. Oh, we hit 2 pair. I'm not sure what to do there, because when they draw 1, they're kind of saying they have a straight or a flush draw. So do we bet big there? Do we check to try and induce a bluff out of them? / bluff catch? I don't know. It's probably a bit player dependent. Discards 1, discards 2. We're going to discard 1. We get aces. A pair of aces should be good. This game is all about making the right sized bets, in my opinion. It's purely a bet sizing game. Checked around with a pair of jacks. Okay, good to know. Always good to know the relative strength people are betting with versus checking. With 4 to a flush, we're going to do the same thing as 4. Bet and draw 1. Our bluffing decision will be based off of the amount of cards other people draw. Discards 1, discards 1, discards 2. We're going to fold. JB just drills it. Did she draw 1? She did draw 1. Wow, what a hit. I think we're going to give up the pair of 7s and go for the draw here. other stuff in other hands. I will check it, I guess. Whiffed. Infold. Fold that. Oh, excuse me. Yikes. Forgot how to drink water. Was close. We could ditch both of these and go for the other 9, but I think we'll draw to the straight. Yeah, especially when we get 4 calls, we're going to be drawing to the straight. That seems pretty obvious. 1, 2. One. Unfortunate. I don't think I'm gonna bluff here. I think I'm just gonna give up and now just fold. Probably keep these because they draw to good pairs. Do I call for 2 bigs? I think so. I think it's close, but like just ace king queen can just like be a muck too, because you get stuff like this and then you just got nothing going. So 2-3-3. Interesting. They raised and then drew 3. So they're raising with just pairs. It's aces, but just a pair. I think that seems like a pretty alright thing to do, but good to know that like they're gonna have some raises and then completely give their face value face up. Fold. When you just don't got anything, just fold. And just fold. Easy decisions, you know? Tens and fours. Pretty cool. Call 1, 2, 1. Bet, fold, fold. Easy game. Fold. Gonna call here with the straight draw. Obviously wanting a 7 or a queen. Pretty please. It's not too much to ask, right? Discards 2, 1, and 9. I'm gonna fold my 8s here. Yeah, 2 pair, pretty good. We've got jacks. We'll just limp behind. One, 1, 3, 2. So they have a pair that they just limped. I mean, they can always improve on draws, but man, if they would have checked, I would have felt pretty confident that we had the best hand. We're gonna just not even limp that. Draw to a gut shot? I don't know. I don't know. Under a check. I don't know. It does make sense. I was just curious what they might be betting, and with such a good price, 10s might be alright. If they're bluffing. All in, we got a pair of 2s. I'll just pass. Wow. Quads. How do we feel about quads, right? How do we feel about 7s when we get raised like that? The answer is not good. Looking to move on to the next one. No pair, no good draw. No shot we play. Alright, give us some hands so we can start doing something. Kind of had a lull of boringness. Hey, kings, that's good. We want a hand. I might keep the 3s and the ace. Wait, did we move tables? No, we just brought Sooner Girl here. Discard 3, so they have a pair better than ours? No, they do not. I don't know what they're limping and drawing 3. Like, you just have 2 high cards, and that's what you're going to limp? I don't know about that. Maybe I'm playing too tight compared to how everyone else is playing, but I don't know. I don't really feel like adjusting my strategy based off of how other strategy might be. Like to an extent I do, just like understanding what they're doing, but that doesn't mean I should open wider if they're limping wider. I think I will play this as a raise though. We're gonna have position. It's always beneficial. We know that they'll call wide, so that's how we'll kind of adjust our strategy. Checks. Then that's going to be a bigger bet from us. They call because they hit a pair of sixes. Wow. Like we do that when we have two pair and we just are doing great versus them. Maybe we bluff a little bit less versus them when they're going to call wide. They're not just going to call wide pre, but call wide post too, I guess. So they have a pair. That's good for us. If they check, that means our kings are probably good. They bet pot. Exploitively fold kings. I just don't see enough people turning hands into bluffs for me to try and pick off bluffs, you know? I'm going to keep the 10. The 10 feels luckier. It was not. Felt like they were on a draw, so we just changed our strategy and bet small versus draws. I don't know. Testing things out. Testing the water, you know? I actually think I'm going to just do this. We're going to draw 3. The last time they limped when they didn't have a pair, now they raised. It feels like they do have a pair, and they overbet the pot. Two, 3, 5, 7, 3. It's a weird hand. Okay. Two, 3, 5, 6, 7. Is this deuce to 7 low draw? I'd love it if it's deuce to 7 low draw. It'd be a great hand to have. One of the best. I'm just gonna fold the king, queen, jack, I think. I guess. Ace, king, queen. I guess versus sitting out big blind, we'll raise this. And we get raised and raised, and we just fold the ace, king, queen begrudgingly. Not really begrudgingly, but just like upset. Like we didn't need to open that. We didn't need to lose 2.5 big blinds. We could have just not played that hand. It would have been a totally fine action for us to take, is to not play that hand. Hey, we're back at JB's table, but we've drifted down the rankings. We're 21st out of 24. Below starting stack. I haven't really won many hands. All our betting is going poorly in terms of sizing, getting called when we don't want to, getting folds when we want to get called. Maybe we can turn that around. I shouldn't be playing these open-ended draws like I have been. Because they hit. What, like 15% of the time? Bluff. Bluff works. Junk. We're back at starting stack. Hurrah. Kings in the big blind. That's a big raise. It's a bigger raise. Do we just get rid of kings? This card's one. This card's one. Two pair and two pair. Yeah, kings is close to dead versus aces and eights. I'm really glad they raised because I probably would have called and could have got myself into trouble when I was essentially drawing dead. That wouldn't have been fun. I guess we'll raise up threes when we have the button. This might be ill-advised, but I did it anyways. JB calls. I'm going to assume Woodworker calls. The important draw stage. Two, three, two. Yeah, we're just gonna fold our threes. Not gonna try and bluff after that. I do like having kings and fours though. If we get raised, it seems like a good thing, but it's actually like scary because what are people raising with in this game? It's generally better than kings and fours. Exactly like this. I mean, what does JB have? A straight or a flush? She drew one. Feels a lot like a straight or a flush. Right? I can just fold that sometimes, but I guess I'm not good enough. I'm just going to check this. I would otherwise raise, but I don't really see much reason. Just check. So I won that last hand. I was looking away. I must have won when I had the pair of jacks, because now I have more chips. Hopefully we can keep winning. I'm going to raise to 4 so I can jam 4.75 after the draw. Discards 1, discards 1. It's just so annoying. It's like, I don't think I can fold, but it's like the same situation as before. Yeah. Maybe I just start folding exploitively in some of those spots, but I just don't play 5-card draw enough. So, meh. 22 out of 34, not a good start for us in the mixed game player of the year, but I think a good start for YouTube stuff. It looks like everything went well on the stream. It looks like no bumps, no hiccups, nothing like that. So I'm going to keep playing these global events that I have off on my own, but this will be it for the Rec.Poker stream on YouTube. Come back next week. Wait, I don't have anything going on next week, right? No. Come back next week. We'll be playing the regular nightly series home game, and then also the mixed game practice event for the February mixed game player of the year series. So come on back. We'll be back live at the same time. Appreciate everyone hanging out, and we'll see you on the next one.